Alright, John Oakes here with HANKSTERS Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location, and today we're going to go over our newest addition to our inventory. That is a 1972 Chevrolet Nova. Now as I stand here next to this, I can tell you this is a nice charcoal, just with a little hint of metallic flake in there, just enough to give it you know, a little bit of a highlight there, but real nice color paint on this car. You can see it's got the black stripes on the hood, and we'll see those down over the deck lid as well on this car. Of course, all of your bright work, not a whole lot of it on this car to go over, mainly just your bumpers, your grille, and your headlight areas, and of course some of your mirrors, your drip rail moldings, those are all painted, but other than that, that's pretty much what you have for your bright work. Now as far as wheels and tires on this car, we do have 15-inch wheels. These are American Racing Torq Thrust 2 polished aluminum. We have 195/60/15 size tire on the front, a 255/60/15 on the rear there to give it a little bit of difference there front to back as far as the rate goes. Now as far as our doors and everything goes, all the metal work and the alignment on this car, everything looks really, really good here on this Nova. Our door gaps and elevations here front and back are dead on. Elevations and your body lines, they all line up on this car too. We've got our mirrors here on the driver's side only, and then as we come back here, we'll open our door up so we can take a quick peek on the inside. Now you see this does have the bench seat up front with the headrest. Now that's a two-tone interior. It's got the gray cloth with the black vinyl around it. All of the interior looks to be in great shape. Factory dash, aftermarket Grant GT steering wheel. It does have some aftermarket gauges. We'll go over those here in a minute. Column shift though on this. Carpeting and everything's in great shape too. And it does have the seat belts on both the front and the back as well. Door closes up nice and easy. We can look at all of our glass, even up here in our wing window or vent window here. Glass is in great condition on here. There's no chips or cracks. Not really any scratches either that I can really see too bad on here. As far as our drip rail and our rain gutters on this car, as I look through, everything looks great. The paint is all maintained. There's no cracks throughout. So again, all of that is in great shape. As we walk more so towards the back of the car now, you'll just take notice of our turn signal lenses here and the bezels. Everything's in really nice shape. Again, I said that chrome rear bumper there. Again, the chrome finish is really nice. Our taillights, the lenses, and bezels, both sides are in great shape too. And again, here's that trunk lid. You can look at your gaps on both sides, even down around the bottom here. Everything looks to be in good condition here. As far as our elevations here with the quarter panels, that is good too. Our rear window, again, the condition of the glass is in great shape, no chips or cracks. It does look like they've tinted that rear window a little bit, so again, that's going to help keep temperatures down inside the car slightly. We're going to go ahead and open our trunk lid up, take a look at the inside. First off, the trunk lock itself works. The trunk hinges and springs work too. Now you can tell this is going to be sealed up really good. First off, the condition of your weather stripping and trunk seals, that's in great shape. Inside, this is fully carpeted. They've got it finished off with some custom panels in here, and you can also see we've got a little bit of a stereo system in here. You got the sub mounted back here also. Underside of the trunk painted the same charcoal as the rest of the exterior of the car there. So trunk is in great shape. So we'll close that. Again, that shuts nice and easy. As we come around now to the passenger side, we're just going to kind of look up along the sides of the car here, make sure everything looks to be in line just like the other side, and that it is. Again, we can see our door gaps here are very even front to back, and our elevations are good, and all of our body lines are all in check and they all line up. Again, glass on this side looks to be in great shape as well. We'll open this door up, take a look inside, and we've got the other side now. So again, the dash in this car, it is a factory dash. It does have aftermarket gauges in it, all of which are very good, and they match the whole theme of the car. They're AutoMeter Pro Comp Autolite gauges. They're silver faced, so they're going to go really well with the whole color scheme of the car there. You got a full arrangement of gauges all the way up through to tach, water pressure, or water temperature, oil pressure, voltmeter, all of that stuff. So it's all new gauges there. Now as far as coming up towards the front here, again, all of our body, all the metal is in great condition here. We come to the front now, we can now see the whole front bumper here, also that whole entire hood here. Now this is all steel hood. This is your 2-inch Cowl induction hood. You can see your gaps on either side of the hood, very uniform. Even across the back, gaps look very, very good on this car. And you can really see those black stripes now. You can also look at your windshield there. It's got the tint at the top of the window there. The rest of the glass is all in great shape on this car. Now we're going to go underneath the hood next, and we'll talk about the engine here that we have. So under the hood, the underside, first off, same charcoal paint that you see on the rest of the entire interior or exterior of the car. As far as the engine goes, now this is a 350 cubic inch small block Chevy engine. It is not the original motor for this car, but it is a 350 small block Chevy. Now you'll see they've matched everything up pretty well on this car. We've got matching Edelbrock air cleaner and valve covers, along with an Edelbrock 650 CFM carburetor. It's a single feed carburetor with electric choke. We also have an Edelbrock aluminum intake also, so a lot of components from Edelbrock on the top end of this motor. They have upgraded the ignition system in this car. We went with an HEI ignition system along with the MSD plug wires in here. This is a power steering and power brake car. However, it is a 4-wheel drum brake car, but it is power brake. You can see the heater lines, hoses, those are all hooked up. Got a nice aluminum radiator in here along with an electric cooling fan in here too. So that's going to cool real efficiently for you as far as the engine temperature goes on this particular car. So 350 Chevy in this car. That is backed up with an automatic transmission. It's a turbo 400 transmission. So a bit of an upgraded tranny. It's going to be good and strong for whatever you want to do with this car here. And then as far as the rear end, it's a GM 10 bolt rear, but it's the big 10 bolt. It's the 8.5 inch ring gear. It's got a set of 323 gears in it. So it's going to be a good gear to get you out on the road, even to do some cruising with there. So again, that's your drive line. We've gone the whole way around this car to show you what we have as far as the exterior and the interior of it. Next, we'll go ahead and get it on the lift. All right, we're standing here underneath our 72 Nova now, so we're going to go over the underside of this car for you. Show you the floors, obviously, all your suspension, steering components, and again, we'll talk through the drive line on the car. So as far as our front suspension and steering up front here, we've got a sway bar up here that's going to tie your two front corners together, help with cornering, keep it nice and snug to the road there. As far as the suspension goes, the arms and cross member, all of this is stock. So you got your stock cross member, stock upper and lower control arms here. And then as far as steering, we do have power steering on this car, all of your stock steering components, your center link, tie rods, all your ball joints, and the rubber dust covers, those are all intact. Of course, the rubber boots are intact on your ball joints as well. Those are all in good condition. Braking on this car, it is a 4-wheel power brake car. It's 4-wheel disc brake, or 4-wheel drum brakes, I should say. Drums on this car, but it is power brakes. So again, all of that's in good shape and all has been checked out on the car. We'll walk through the driveline real quick on the car. We do have a non-original motor here. This is a 350 small block Chevy engine here, backed up by a turbo 400 automatic transmission, which does have the inspection cover here over top of the flywheel there to protect that. You can see that it has a tubular transmission cross member here bolted in, and that's in good condition. The actual bushing and everything, all intact here, all new hardware too. As far as the transmission and engine go, I'm looking all over it for any signs of leaks. Everything is nice and dry underneath here. As far as our drive shaft, it's a balanced drive shaft. Again, that'll eliminate a lot of the vibrations in your drivetrain. And then we finish it all off here with our GM 10-bolt rear end. This is the 8.5-inch ring gear. You can tell that by the housing here. It's got those big lugs cast into it here. That's the 8.5 ring gear. For rear suspension, Monoleaf rear suspension. And then they have added in here a set of rear air shocks too for this car. So you'll be able to adjust the rear ride height on the car, give it that look that you're wanting to look for. Now as far as the front subframe goes, you can see how nice and straight the subframe rails are. The body mount bushings, those are in great shape too. Everything's nice and square and straight here. You can see the floors here. These floors are in really good shape. You see all the stamping lines on both sides here. So again, all of that's in good shape. Our brake lines here are run nice and clean right up along the driver's side rocker. Your fuel line run right here along the passenger side rocker. You can see the cables here for the emergency brake. All of that is all hooked up and complete. Now as far as your exhaust work, you can see all the way coming down from our long tube headers up front here. We've got our dual exhaust. It looks to be about a 2.5-inch exhaust. Dual Flowmaster mufflers here. And of course, the correct style tailpipes that go up over top of the rear end housing. And then they exit out between your leaf spring and the quarter panel back here on both sides. Fuel tank looks to be in great shape, and it is the stock fuel tank too. And I've already mentioned that our fuel lines here are run nice and neat and all intact. Now, as far as our rockers go, rockers are nicely painted up underneath here and good and straight, good and solid. Pinch welds, same thing, nice and straight the whole way down the sides of the car. The only other thing left to go over underneath here is wheels and tires. These have a brand new set of wheels on it. These are 15-inch American Racing Torq 2 polished aluminum wheels. And then on those we have tires. Now the tread is close. They're not exact matches to one another, but the tread is in excellent condition. We've got 195/60 15s on the front, 255/60 15s on the rear, and like I said, the tread on all 4 tires is just like new. So that's the underside of the Nova. We're going to get it down now.